Zoe here. Today I'm super excited to talk to you because today I'm going to be answering all of your questions about my big move from Rome back to Canada. So let's get started. Alright, so today I'm coming at you from my beautiful sister Jen's place, and this is her adorable puppy Mika. So we are going to be answering the questions together today. But that being said, I mean, Jen has done an incredible job decorating her home, and I can't wait for her to show it to you guys. Jen has traveled with me before and been in some of my other videos, so some of you might recognize her, but I'm gonna leave her blog and her Instagram down below because she is like the human Pinterest. So yeah, Meeks, should we get into it? Should we get into the Q&A, little one? So before I dive into these questions though, I wanted to give you guys a huge thank you for all of your love and support in regards to this big move. It was a big decision, as you know, and I'm just so grateful for your support in it. Really, I was overwhelmed with all of the positivity in the comments, and I just want to give you guys all a big hug. So virtual big hug to you. Thank you for just being so wonderful and supportive of me, and especially those who've been with me since my last apartment in Toronto anyways. It's just so cool how you've been a part of my journey the whole time, so thank you. Let's get into it. So, will you still be learning Italian? I am not involved in any programs learning Italian at the moment. I'm taking a course in life coaching, and I'll be fully certified by the end of September, so that's really taking up a lot of my time and my focus, and I am absolutely head over heels in love with this program. It has completely changed and transformed my life so far, and I'm really excited to share the journey and the things that I'm learning with you guys to help you better improve your lives. That being said, I am taking on coaching clients right now, so if you are interested, then I have my email listed below and you can reach out to me, and I would absolutely love to work with you one-on-one in helping you reach all of your potentials. The next question or comment here that I wanted to touch on is, a lot of you said you noticed the changes within me after my big trip, after that trip away from Rome for about 2 to 3 months, and I just wanted to acknowledge that again and just say thank you for following along on that journey, but also respecting my decision in that way, and just knowing me on a more personal level, to know that yes, I did realize that I didn't have to be in Rome to be happy, and that was something that I held on to for so long. It was a really big realization for me, and a really powerful one, but it has allowed me to be a lot more of a freer person, to understand that I can just be happy without needing something external like the surroundings of Rome. My happiness is dependent on me, and although I feel like it's something I've always known, I learned it to a whole other level after that trip and after being away from Rome, and just really allowing myself to discover me to a whole new level that I didn't know before, or a deeper level, I guess. A deeper level means. And the next question I have here is, which Canadian city are you moving to? So I am moving to Toronto, and I'm happy to report, you guys, I manifested my dream apartment. I am so incredibly happy, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm going to be doing a whole series of decorating because, as you guys know, I only own about 4 suitcases full of belongings. So I'm starting completely from scratch, and oh, she's so precious. And being minimalist as I am, anything that I'm gonna invite into my apartment or this new condo is going to be something very meaningful. Like, it's going to be conscious decisions for everything, because I really want to create a very nurturing home space for myself, as I've described for you guys before. I'm just at this point in my life, I'm moving into a place on my own for the very first time, just me. I'm just living there by myself, and I want it to be just my cozy sanctuary, you know? Like, everything that I put into that space is going to be meaningful to me and going to be chosen very consciously. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. I just can't wait to show you the apartment. I am just so excited about it. It really all fell into place so perfectly. And the next question here is, so did ayahuasca tell you to move back to Canada or to somewhere else? Yes, ayahuasca told me to move back to Canada. I guess that's the truth. And I mentioned it in the ayahuasca series. I think it was the 3rd ceremony, when I had my most transformative evening, and quite frankly, one of the most beautiful evenings of my entire life. I described this vision that I was having where I was just feeling so much gratitude for my parents and for my dad, my stepmom, and my bestie. And so I had flown back in my vision, and I remember just squeezing my parents and just saying, I love you so much. I'm gonna move back to Vancouver Island. I just wanna be around you guys. I love you so much. I just was so full of gratitude for them and love and abundance. And my dad actually was the one who told me, we love you too, but you're not moving back in with us. You will receive the growth that you need and help people that need to be helped, and just be involved in the healing of yourself and the world, and all this to a greater extent in Toronto. I know that before ayahuasca, if someone would have told me you have to move back to Canada, Toronto would be my first choice anyways, and probably like my only really consideration, just because I love that city so much. And I just feel like, as much as I know that British Columbia is beautiful and I love spending time here with my family and friends, I just feel a much more powerful vibration for myself, for my being in Toronto. So yeah, I guess you can say ayahuasca told me to move back to Canada, and I'm going with it. But I really can't picture it any other way. I know that it's the right thing for me. I just felt it. And last week when I did spend just over a week in Toronto and did the life coaching course, I was so aligned that entire week that I just know it was the right choice, or is the right choice for me. Like I said, I landed the apartment and I had this amazing time doing the in-person life coaching portion of my course, and everything just felt right. It's a beautiful feeling, and I'm sorry that I can't describe it, but that's how it was. And let's see, next question I have here. After almost 3 years in Italy, do you still feel as head over heels about it as before you moved? Maybe it's a stupid question, because if you were, you probably wouldn't want to leave. I'm curious if something more happened to you that made you fall a little out of love with Rome, or at least what made you see it from a different angle. I feel like it's easy to fall in love with a city when you're just a tourist, but when you are actually living in a place, you start to see the bad and the good, and then maybe become disillusioned. This is a very good question, because I feel like I've gotten it often, is if people ask if the love and infatuation for Rome goes away, because you can go to a place on vacation, you can fall in love, you can picture yourself living there, but what happens when you live there? And as this comment says, you experience the good and the bad. So whatever you're feeling inside is always a reflection of what's happening on the outside. As I mentioned to you, last year, 2018, was a difficult year for me. It was quite turbulent. There was a lot of things that were going on, and I had a disconnect within myself, and I talk about this in my loneliness video. When you have a disconnect within yourself, you'll be mirrored. The universe will mirror that to you. So because I was disconnected on the inside, I had things happening to me on the outside, and I am able to realize that, you know, Rome had nothing to do with it. I still love and appreciate Rome. Perhaps it's not as romantic as it was before, but I don't think I'll ever feel that way for another place again. I think it was the chapter, and as I mentioned, it was this great attachment I had to Rome being my happiness. And I think now I'm approaching this aspect of being head over heels in love with a place, or I mean for anything for that matter, as just love and appreciate it for what it is and love it unconditionally. So I'd say my love has transformed, but in no way did it go away. I know that I'll be back in Rome. As I mentioned, I still think it's a beautiful place, and it's granted me so many beautiful memories, people, moments, and it will always hold that special place. I know, of course, there's good and bad, and yes, I saw different aspects of Rome from living there that a tourist wouldn't see, but it's all how you're going to look at it. It's how you frame what you're looking at. And I mean, I can say the same thing for Canada, I can say the same thing for Toronto, I can say the same thing for Vancouver. Anywhere else that I'm going to choose to live, it's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine. There's going to be bad aspects to living in a certain place, or you're going to be exposed to things in a city that you wish you didn't see, or sad or upsetting. It's all how you look at it. You know, be the change you want to see in the world, really. If you see garbage on the ground, pick it up. Like, that's basically the way that I can put that into a little box and give it to you guys, is that it's the way that you frame it, and if you wish it to be different, then actively make little changes each and every day, because if you know that you're contributing in a good way to society, to the world, you're just going to feel a lot better about yourself and where you are. And let me see here, the last question that I have is life coaching. I'm thinking of a similar path. I'm in Toronto. Any recommendations? So I am in the IPEC program, which is very well known in the coaching community, and as I mentioned, it is just everything that I love to do. And I found the weekend that I had my in-person module so transforming, so transforming. I feel like I can hands down say it had a huge part in me manifesting the apartment. I'll be leaving a link to it down below, and of course if you guys have any questions, or as I mentioned before, if you're interested in life coaching, I would love to be a part of your journey. I truly just feel like this is my passion, this is my life's work. I would love to do a life coaching Q&A with you guys if that's something you're interested in, because I did collect a couple other questions from this video and from other ones that were about life coaching, but I think I need a few more to create a video. So if you have any questions, leave them down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, Meeks, we're gonna say bye. I want to just show you how cute she is. Mika has Instagram. I'll put it down on the screen here. It's Cheeky Meeks 11, I believe, because 11 is such a good number. I was born on the 11th. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for tuning in. And thank you again so much for your positivity and love in regards to this big move. I really can't wait to share the next chapter with you. It's going to be really grande. Okay.